I'm going to share a qigong practice with you today. Qigong is part of Chinese medicine. It's a combination of meditation, breath work, and movement practice. And with anxiety, it allows us to reconnect with our breath, learn how to take deeper breaths in a more relaxed state, and also reconnects us with our bodies and what our bodies are trying to tell us. So instead of feeling really anxious in our minds and allowing that to affect our bodies without really thinking about it, doing Qigong can help us connect to our bodies, listen to what our bodies are trying to tell our minds, and actually change the ways that we are holding anxiety in our bodies, changing those patterns of how these anxiety patterns stick in our bodies with shoulder tension and stomach aches and all of these things that can happen over time when we let anxiety into our bodies without understanding what it's doing or giving it a way to release. So I'd like you to start standing. We're going to start with feet hip width apart. And if you need to, you can do this sitting. So just skip the parts that I'm telling you about your standing position, but if you can stand, then that is the best option here. So standing feet hip width apart. Feel your feet on the ground, connecting to the ground, and soften that connection. So you're not gripping the ground, not clenching your toes, just softly letting your feet rest on the ground and feeling that connection between your feet and the floor. Soften your knees so they're not locked. Tuck your tailbone forward so that your pelvis and spine are in good alignment. And let your spine be soft. You can move it back and forth a little bit until you find a good position. Not holding it straight, just allowing it to be soft. And then lengthening your spine, lengthening your whole body as if the back of the crown of your head is attached to a string that's being pulled upwards towards the ceiling. You don't need to strain to do this. You're just gently lifting and strengthening from that point on the back of your head as if you're being pulled upward gently. Don't let that pulling upward lift you away from the ground. Continue to feel your feet connecting to the ground. You're just gently lengthening your whole body. You can close your eyes softly if you wish to. And then just focus on softening your body. You can gently sway or move if that helps you to soften and relax. And just start becoming aware of your body. Listen to any messages that it's giving you, any points of tension or pain, discomfort, any places that feel good. Just listen without judgment and try to hear what your body is saying to you right now. As you do this, you might begin to feel heavy. You can let that feeling of heaviness ground you into the earth while still being pulled up at that spot at the top of our heads, lengthening us. So we're not sinking into the ground, but we're just feeling that sense of heaviness grounding us into the earth and simultaneously pulling us up. If there's any spot that needs your particular attention, you can ascend your awareness there. Or you can send your awareness into your breath. Notice your inhales. Notice your exhales. Are you breathing deeply? Are you breathing just into the top of your chest? Are you taking a full breath in? Are you breathing that whole breath out, or are you holding something in? Just take notice of your breath. And then when you're ready, I encourage you to visualize breathing in clean, fresh, white light like sunshine. Just breathing that clean, fresh sunshine into your body. And you can either send it into the spot that needs your special attention right now, or you can just send it down into the base of your breath, pulling it down as your diaphragm expands. Inhaling a full breath of that bright white light. And when you exhale, you're going to exhale gray smoke. So breathing in, visualizing clean, bright, white light like sunshine that's just penetrating our bodies. Letting that in wherever it needs to go. And then exhaling all of the stuff that we need to get out. Exhaling that anxiety, exhaling any pain, any negative feelings that are coming out. Frustration, anger, just exhaling it all, visualizing it as this gray smoke that's just clearing out of our bodies. You can take a few more breaths like that. Inhaling the clean white light. Exhaling all of the gray smoke that we need to get rid of. You can stay in any point of this meditation for as long as you wish to. And there may be parts of it that resonate more with you than others. You can choose just to do pieces of this as you wish. The next part that I like to do is, now that we've centered in our bodies and done a little bit of cleansing of some of those feelings that are coming up, is just to get a little, shake it out a little bit. So starting with your hands and wrists, just some gentle shaking motions. It's almost a circular motion of just shaking out your hands and wrists. Not jerking them around, just gently shaking. And then from the elbow, again, just gently shaking them out. Don't put too much force on your elbows, but you want that downward motion, like you're expelling something out when you're letting it go, as if you're shaking water off your hands. And then from your shoulders, not with your hands above your shoulders, but just that whole shaking motion from your shoulder, as if you just dipped your arm in a pool of water and you're shaking it off. And then bouncing the whole body on the balls of the feet. You can give the shoulders a little bit of bounce as you do this too, just to shake every part of the body. Let your head gently nod without causing extra pressure anywhere. Then rubbing the hands together, creating some friction, and shaking out the feet. So all those parts that we didn't address before, just making sure everything gets good and shaken out now. Then reach up to the sky, still lengthening from the crown of your head, but also reaching up with the arms and feeling that stretch in the torso, onto the balls of your feet and feeling the stretch in your feet and your calves. And when you come back down onto flat feet, keep that length in the rest of your body. Drop the shoulders if there's any tension there. And then as we bring the arms down, we're going to do what's called pulling down heavens. We're going to imagine that we are grasping all of that energy that's above us, energy of the sky, the energy of the earth above us, the atmosphere, grabbing whatever we need from there and visualizing as if we're capturing it with our hands and pulling it down. Almost like you can see the physical energy that you're capturing with your hands and moving it downwards. And then just soften your hands at the bottom. Reaching back upwards, not pulling anything when we're going up, just gently reaching. And then again, visualizing capturing all that good energy from above and pulling it down. And again. As you pull down, you're exhaling. As you reach up, you're inhaling. And this last time, instead of releasing at the bottom, we're going to hold it just in front of our bellies. Feeling that energy that we've just pulled down and starting to round our hands. So we're capturing it not just from above now, but from the sides as well. And starting to feel that energy as a sphere, as a round ball of light that we're forming for ourselves. And start to feel it on all sides. Just imagining that you're holding like a little sun, a ball of light and energy. And you can hold that and play with that for as long as you like. When you feel like you have a good sense of that energy that you've just cultivated and brought together, you're going to hold it in front of you and bring it into the base of your abdomen. This is the center of your energy in Chinese medicine. We bring that energy into our abdomens. We're recentering ourselves, regrounding in our bodies, and nourishing ourselves with the energy that we lose throughout the day by focusing on doing and giving and performing, and getting stuck in our heads with all this anxiety and negative self-messaging. So we're just re-cultivating that energy, refilling ourselves with that energy that we've lost and bringing it into the base of our abdomens, the center of ourselves, to replenish our energy there and ground ourselves in our bodies. So as you hold that energy in there, feeling it nourishing you, remember to gently lift through the crown of your head as if you're being pulled up gently on a string, and grounding into your feet, reaching into the earth with your feet, feeling that connection. Really connecting above you to the sky and the rest of the universe, and below you into the earth, into the core of the earth. Feel that connection between you and everything else that's always around you. And then in between the sky and the earth is you and this little core of energy that you've just made and given to yourself. So feel that energy that you've just created, that centering of yourself, that connection of you to the sky and to the earth. Try to hold that grounded, centered, relaxed, and simultaneously lifted up feeling with you for even just a couple moments after this. Every time you do it, it'll last a little bit longer. You can do this whenever you need it throughout the day. You can do just a piece of this meditation if you only have a few moments, whatever part feels best to you. Just trying to connect with that feeling of groundedness and centeredness in yourself to ease some of those feelings of anxiety.